This is Jetty, your urban herbalist, here in the wilds of Harriman State Park, just a short hop, skip, and a jump from the city, New York City that is. And I'm here today to talk about some of my favorite dryland, scrappy plants. So this is Comptonia, a.k.a. Sweetfern, although it's not actually a fern. It's a plant that grows in quite what would be considered, from an agricultural point of view, to be very poor soils. So acidic and thin and scrappy, the sort of soils where you might find, pine trees and maybe some oak and hemlock growing. That's what I'm seeing some of around here is a hemlock. And blueberry bushes like this kind of acidic soil. Here's some blueberries. And then stuff like this, Comptonia. It has a really distinctive leaf shape, as you can see, this ferny looking stuff, and it's kind of papery and dry. And it's very distinctive smelling. It's got a wonderful kind of spicy, almost holiday smell. The only thing I can think of that really smells like it is bayberry, which is in the same family, the Myrica family. And in herbal medicine, this has a history of use. It's also called Spleenwort, so it's used for the spleen. And you can think of it as it's astringent. It's drying and warming and astringent, and it helps the body hold on and soak up those nutrients. Like, think about the sort of nutrient-rich sludge that you're left with after digestion, after the stomach and the small intestine are starting to break things down, and then the body's left with the task of absorbing what's left. But sometimes there's an overabundance of sludge, and that's like, if your digestion is like the soil gets too wet and the tree roots are kind of swamped out. So if you have a boggy situation like that, often you'll have sluggishness and fatigue after meals. Something like this, Spleenwort, works similarly to red root, also another spleen tonic, to help assimilate the nutrition and dry out the dampness and get your metabolism working really efficiently. Probably also good for the lymphatic system in a similar vein. So that's it, Comptonia, Spleenwort, and Sweetfern. Here we have Sweetfern growing amongst some actual true ferns. I don't know what kind of ferns they are, but you can see the difference. And fast forward to a couple days later here, the Spleenwort Comptonia leaves dried out really fast. They don't have much moisture to begin with, so just about a day, they're already crispy, crumbly, still nice and aromatic. Beautiful, brilliant green color here. These would be good to make a simple infusion. That's just a regular tea. And this is the tincture here, just a small, maybe 6 or 8 ounce yield from this stuff. Good to tincture it in a high proof alcohol, something like 75% alcohol, to really get those more resinous, sticky, aromatic compounds out. And because the leaf is so fine, I don't think this is going to have to macerate for more than a few days, maybe a week. So to sum things up, Spleenwort is a really wonderful, lovely plant that I recommend getting to know. When you find it, you usually find it in good abundance, so it's fine to harvest some. Always good to check in first with the plant itself about that before you just go willy-nilly, of course, but not a plant we have to worry about in terms of population. And really wonderful, underrated stuff. One of our native plant allies that's really got a lot of medicine to offer us. I recommend it. Spleenwort.